are your customers. So to know that, these are the possibilities. Either you are catering to the mass market, you are catering to the niche market, you are catering to the segmented thing, you are catering to diversified customer segments, or you have a multi-sided. Out of that multi-sided, we already discussed. Remember? Kya tha? What was the example of multi-sided customer segments? Anyone remembers? So bringing two different customer segments together. मास मार्केट में क्या होता है? मास मार्केट में यू हैव अ बिग ग्रुप ऑफ कस्टमर्स जिनके सबके रिक्वायरमेंट्स मोर और लेस सेम है. सो इट्स लाइक अ होमोजीनियस मार्केट. ज्यादा डिफरेंट नहीं है. ये कस्टमर का रिक्वायरमेंट, वो कस्टमर का रिक्वायरमेंट इज नॉट वेरी डिफरेंट. Niche market is very specialized market and they require some specialized product, very specialized product. Okay, that is a niche market. If you are a company providing food services, online food delivery, you have a mass market. Why? Because everyone needs to eat. So you have all people are your customers. But if you are a company making some spare parts of some automobile, only for one type of automobile, only for one automobile company, let's say Mahindra. If you are a company developing spare parts of automobile only for Mahindra automobiles, then you have a niche market, very very specialized customer. ये उनका चीज तुम दूसरे किसी को नहीं बेच सकते. That is called as a niche market. Segmented में क्या होता है? You have a customer base. It's like a mass market only, but then still you can make different segments to it depending on their requirement. Very good example of segmented thing is banking sector. Banking में you have something called as high net worth individuals, HNI. You have NRI account, you have senior citizen का account. Product same है, account. पर हर एक का what interest rate you offer to them is different. Then there are certain services are different. So product more or less same है, but still you make different segments to it. Another thing is diversified customer segment. I give you an example of Amazon. What is Amazon's business? What is Amazon's product? If I tell you, what you will tell me? One is the e-commerce thing, another is AWS, Amazon Web Services. इसका और उसका कुछ relation है? कोई नहीं. Totally diversified. Two different businesses. If I ask you Mahindra, you will tell me Kotak Mahindra. You will tell me Mahindra Holidays. You will tell me Mahindra Automobiles. इसका कुछ relation है? नहीं. Maybe they internally they are different companies, but the brand is same, right? So this is diversified customer segment. And multi-sided तो I already discussed. So out of this, which one is you are targeting? तुम्हारा customer segment कौन सा है? See, initially you started with the idea. You have an idea with you. You made some value, but before actually making value proposition, you have to know your customers well. So out of this, which is going to be your customer? So you have to think about it. You have to think it with your team members. You have to go out, do some market search and find out and write it over here that this is my customer segment. Okay, so all those who have a startup, who have an idea but have not really started up, who have an idea of idea, please remember what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to explain each of this part, and then as a homework after this session, or maybe at right this moment also, what you can do is whatever comes to your mind, okay, my market is a niche market or my market is diversified market, just write it down over here. Okay, that way you will have your entire business model canvas ready with you, and then you can convert it into a full-fledged business plan. Next, come to the channel. What is a channel? Simple. Channel is something through which you are reaching to your customers. How are you reaching to your customer? If you are a tech business or you have a web-based business, your website or your mobile app could be your channel, the way to reach to your customer. Do I have to set up my own channel? Not necessary. You can use a partner's channel also. But then partner will not let you use it for free, right? They'll charge you some so you will have to give away some of your profit, some of your percentage of your profit to the partner. That is, if you are using their website, if you are using their platform. If you are a business, you are selling on Amazon, then Amazon becomes your partner. You are using Amazon's app, you are using Amazon's website. So for that, Amazon charges you something. If you don't want to give away your profit, go ahead, set up your own channel, set up your own website, set up your own app. Though one good side about it is you don't have to share your profit, but the bad side is you will have to do a lot of work like maintaining that platform. You'll have to see to it that it is up 24/7. You have to take customers call, some grievances, this is not working, that is not working. You'll have to think about hosting, you'll have to think about domain, you'll have to think about delivery. There are a lot of other things, but the good thing is that you don't have to share your profit. So what do I go for? Go for anything, whatever suits you. There are people who combine both of these. I mean, McDonald's sells on their own app also. McDonald's sell in their physical stores also. McDonald's also sell on Swiggy, Zomato. So they are combining these own channel as well as partner channel. Okay. So you have to think what channel you are going to use and just write it down here in this particular section of your business model canvas. Okay. Next, come to the customer relationship. If you have identified who are your customer, if you have identified how you are going to reach out to your customer, then you have to think about customer relationships. How you are going to maintain relationship with your customer. Because as I said earlier, it is very important to acquire your customer acquisition, get them on the board first place. Then एक बार आ गए कस्टमर आपके पास, then what is the next thing? Customer retention. उनको पकड़ के रखना है. You have to ask their birth date, you have to ask their anniversary, and then wish them, spam them every now and then. Happy Diwali, Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, this and that. It's everything you have to do. And once they are on board, once they are loyal to you, then try to take more money out of their pockets by upselling. से और कुछ थोड़ा और बेच दो. एक 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 बंदा है, उसको ठीक है स्विगी में है ना, वो they buy regularly, maybe 3 times or 4 times a month they buy from Swiggy. फिर उनको आगे क्या बताओ? अच्छा, you buy Swiggy super ना, any whichever ways you are buying 3 times 4 times from us, you'll get free delivery, so give us more money. You are trying to upsell them. Actual product क्या है? Food delivery. और ऊपर से क्या बेच रहे हो उसको? ये नया स्कीम बेच रहे हो स्विगी सुपर का. That is upselling. Okay. Now to maintain customer relationship, you can either have a personal assistance. Okay. मतलब एक सेल्स पर्सन है. So personal assistance, yeah, somebody who takes calls and talks there or makes a cold calling. Personal assistant. Second thing is dedicated personal assistant. Banking में ये बहुत बार होता है. Dedicated personal assistants. There will be some person who will be looking after, like they'll call, okay, hello, I'm your relationship manager in this and this bank. So whenever you go to bank or whenever you need some service, you don't have to go to 3 different people or 3 different windows. You just contact that one person and get your thing done. That is dedicated personal assistance. सेल्फ सर्विस में आप खुद साइट पे आ जाओ, जो प्रोडक्ट चाहिए वो देखो, कार्ट में डालो, पेमेंट करो और जाओ. सेल्फ सर्विस. No, absolutely, we just provide this website, that's all, and you just manage it yourself. और है automated service. This is a self-service, upgraded self-service. Automated service means it will give you recommendations. Or if you go some website and you are getting overwhelmed, oh my god, ये बहुत सारा content है, उसमें मुझे क्या मिलेगा, मतलब I am trying to search something, I don't have that much time also. Suddenly something pops up, I am so and so, मतलब so and so person भी नहीं होता, वो है एक bot. But still, चलो ठीक है, what is your requirement? This, then it guides you accordingly. That is automated service. Okay, that is called as automated service. Next is the communities. I just yesterday only I saw Zoom has also launched communities. This you must have seen most of the time. Nowadays they are launching communities. So communities are nothing but the groups of users who have been using that product or that service for a long time. They discussed amongst themselves, they give suggestions, they give recommendations. So yeah, actually who is doing this? The users themselves are doing this. All they got is some platform from the business, and they are communicating themselves amongst themselves and helping each other out. That is called as communities. And the last thing is co-creation. Well, communities and co-creation are very much related. Is you are giving feedback on certain product, or you are following that business on Insta or FB or Twitter. So it is थोड़ा तुम्हारा भी फायदा है, because you are creating some content, or maybe they give you some benefit for it. And YouTube में देखो, YouTube में who is creating content? The users are only creating content. Who is getting benefit? Both of them, because of the ads. Both of them are getting benefited, right? So that is called as the co-creation. So when you are thinking about customers, maintaining relationship with the customer, you can take any one of these method, whichever is suitable to you, whichever you think would work for you, and then put it here in your business model canvas. Customer relationships, how you are going to maintain customer relationship, because ये सारा ना एक दूसरे से बहुत रिलेटेड है. यहाँ पे तुम कुछ भी लिखोगे ना, उसका असर इधर भी पड़ेगा. If you are telling कि I want to make my customers feel special, I am going to have dedicated customer relationship for everyone. उतने लोग चाहिए रहेंगे, वो लोग ऐसे तो नहीं काम करेंगे, उनको पैसा देना पड़ेगा. So it will affect your cost structure. Okay, so ऐसे नहीं कि ये एक ये असाइनमेंट दिया हुआ है और उसमें एक चीज लिखते जाओ. These things are related. These are going to affect each other. और ऐसे भी नहीं है कि ये आप one time fill कर दिया तो हो गया. You will have to work and rework on this, क्योंकि एक का असर इधर पड़ेगा, इसका भी इधर पड़ेगा, इसका असर इधर पड़ेगा. Everything is related. So you may have draft 1, you may have draft 2, you may have draft 3, like that. Getting it? Now let's come to the revenue stream. अभी किसी ने मुझे यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि जो फ्रीमियम है फिर वो चलता कैसे है, क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम बहुत सारे लोग फ्री ही यूज करते हैं, है ना. ये क्वेश्चन किसी ने पूछा था, तो उसका आंसर है रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम्स. रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम्स इज हाउ यू आर मेकिंग मनी. सो बाय सेलिंग द प्रोडक्ट इटसेल्फ, किधर गया वो, हाँ. तो I will not tell you detail here about lending, renting or asset sale or brokerage. The names themselves are self-explanatory. Usage fee is one-time usage. If you're booking hotel for one night, you pay only that for one night. Usage fee. Electricity, how many units you have consumed in a month, pay only for those units. Usage fee. Same with your internet, same with your Mahanagar gas or whatever. That is called as usage fee. Subscription, I have this Audible ka subscription, some 299, and they give me 1 credit. That means I can hear 1 book in that. That is how the subscription thing works. You might have Netflix ka, Hotstar ka, or whatever subscription fee. So that is the maybe a primary source of income for your business. But एक ये दूसरा बहुत important चीज है यहाँ पे advertising करके. You can make money in that also. तो रेवेन्यू में आप क्या डाल सकते हो, आपका जो ओरिजिनल बिजनेस है ना, रेवेन्यू मे बी वन टाइम प्रोडक्ट सेल है, तो एसेट सेल उसको बोलेंगे. एसेट सेल, एक प्रोडक्ट बेच रहे हो आप, सपोज ऑनलाइन आप प्लांट्स बेच रहे हो, तरह तरह के घर के प्लांट्स, बाहर के प्लांट्स, तो प्लांट बेच के आपको क्या मिलेगा? एसेट सेल। या आप ऑनलाइन ऐसे डाइट का प्लान बेचने का है कुछ तो आपका, तो उसका मंथली सब्सक्रिप्शन है, मतलब वो बंदे का क्या है, दे वांट टू लूज केजीज और दे वांट टू लूज इंचेस और या जो कुछ है, तो उसके हिसाब से आप उनको डाइट प्लान बताते हो एवरी मंथ के लिए, राइट? तो वो हुआ उसका सब्सक्रिप्शन। तो आइदर आप एसेट सेल ले लो या आप सब्सक्रिप्शन ले लो, उसके साथ आप एडवर्टाइजिंग भी डाल दो साथ में, क्योंकि क्या है, एक तो वेबसाइट सेट किया हुआ है, योर प्लेटफॉर्म इज ऑलरेडी देयर, या फिर ऐप सेट किया, तो उसमें एक छोटू सा एडवर्टाइज डालने में कितना क्या क्या खर्चा होता है? ज्यादा कुछ नहीं ना, बट जो एडवर्टाइजिंग, जिसका एडवर्टाइज आप डाल रहे हो वो बंदा तो पे करेगा, बिकॉज यू हैव दीज मेनी सब्सक्राइबर्स। तो थोड़ा सा कुछ फ्री दे दो, बहुत सारे लोग आ जाएंगे। जब बहुत सारे लोग आ जाएंगे, यू कैन गो टू सम पर्सन की अरे मेरा इतना इतना व्यूअरशिप है, इतने इतने सब्सक्राइबर्स है, व्हाई डोंट यू गिव योर एड, फिर वो बंदे से एडवर्टाइजमेंट के पैसे ले लो। दिस इज हाउ, ओके। रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम्स मतलब कहाँ से पैसे बनाते हो, फ्रॉम वेयर योर कंपनी इज गोइंग टू मेक अ कैश। तो एक कॉम्बिनेशन बना दो, यूजेज फी एंड एडवर्टाइजिंग, या सब्सक्रिप्शन फी और एडवर्टाइजिंग। ब्रोकरेज मतलब ब्रोकरेज, somebody is selling, somebody is buying, फिर दोनों कुछ तो परसेंटेज आपको दे रहे, या सेलर आपको परसेंटेज दे रहे हैं या बायर आपको परसेंटेज दे रहे हैं, दैट विल बी ब्रोकरेज। but always combine it with advertising. Okay, that will work in tech business actually. If you are a web based business, or if you are a mobile app based business, this will work for you. Key resources. What are the key resources of your business? So उसको फिजिकल है, जिसमें आपका ऑफिस आ सकता है, आपका फर्नीचर आ सकता है, आपके इलेक्ट्रिकल अप्लायंसेस आ सकते हैं। These are your physical resources. Next is the human resources. Human resources. Who are the human resources? Human resources में आपकी टीम, if you are a software business, the software developers are the human resources. If you are thinking about having a personalized customer relationship, the people who will look after your customers, human resource. तो ऐसे तो लिस्ट बढ़ते जाएगा। तो टू अवॉइड दैट, फॉर स्टार्टअप लोग क्या करते हैं, स्टार्टअप वाले लोग क्या करते हैं, दे गेट अ टीम and they divide the work amongst themselves, so that they don't have to hire someone from outside, so that they don't have to pay them, उनका salaries नहीं देना पड़ेगा, फिर there won't be any trust issues, वो सब नहीं होगा। या फिर they take people, their own family members, so it's like a family business, to avoid investing too much into human resources. What are intellectual resources? See, you'll have to think about all these aspects for your business. Okay, so what are your physical resources? So if it is totally web based or totally mobile app based, physical resources कुछ नहीं होंगे उसमें. Human resources will be your own team, but you'll have intellectual resources. What are the intellectual resources? Your own software. If you have developed some very high Fundu algorithm to work on your system, it is your intellectual resource. If you don't have anything but somebody else has developed and you want to use that, you pay for that, they have the patent, you pay the money, get technology transferred to you, it is your intellectual resource. Okay, so these all things will come under your intellectual resources. And last comes the financial resources. कहाँ से पैसे आ रहे हैं? You are taking money from friends and family. You are taking, somebody is investing as a venture capitalist in your business, or you are taking loan from bank. Banks also give loans to startups, right? You must have heard that. So these are the different types of resources. What you will have to do is to go back to your this section of your business model canvas and write it down. Okay, so that will give you a clarity in what all work you have to do. चैनल्स हो गया, की रिसोर्सेस हो गए, की एक्टिविटीज. What are the major activities of your business? If you are a manufacturing company, then designing a product, manufacturing it, and delivering it will be your key activities. If you are a consultancy type of company, then problem solving. Whose problem? Your customer's problem. Solving the problem is your key activity. If you are a platform kind of company, then maintaining that software, maintaining that platform, maintaining that it is up 24/7 is your key activity. So I'll just show you this kind of business model canvas for some well-known companies, and then I will not tell you the name, you will have to identify, right? So this is the building blocks. Coming to key activities, key partnerships. Who are going to be your partners in this case? If you are a food delivery kind of business, people who are doing the deliveries, the ones who come with bikes, those are your delivery partners. People are buying things from your website, they are paying it using payment gateway, let's say Razorpay, uh, Paytm, UPI, PayUbiz, Phone Pay, whatever. These are your payment partners. Okay, so like that you will have to identify who are going to be your partners and list it down over here, who are your key partners. Then when you write all these, when you write revenue streams, then we come to the cost structure. Because अभी तुम्हें पता है कस्टमर रिलेशनशिप में क्या क्या करना है, तुम्हारे चैनल्स क्या क्या है, तुम्हारे कस्टमर्स कितने हैं, तुम्हारे पार्टनर्स कौन से हैं, व्हाट आर योर की एक्टिविटीज, व्हाट आर योर रिसोर्सेज, ये सबका मिला के खर्चा कितना होने वाला है, दैट विल कम इन द कॉस्ट स्ट्रक्चर, दैट विल कम इन द कॉस्ट स्ट्रक्चर, right? So cost structure mein what do you think? Suppose your key activities is maintaining the platform, your channel is the software, that website, and you are maintaining customer relationships, let's say with personal, so you will need a few people to do customer relationship. So what all things will come into your cost? Hosting your website, getting the domain name, then paying the salaries of your person who you will be employing. If you are developing your own software, well and good, but you have got someone else to develop the software for you, then you'll have to pay that person. So all these things will come into your cost structures. All these things will come into your cost structures, right? So these are the 8 building blocks. So far we just have discussed 8 building blocks. Okay. What is the value proposition? Initially we discussed mantra. So mantra was short and sweet. Value proposition is going to be some sentences. Now what value proposition? What value you are bringing to your customers? How you will know that? You may think something that okay, if I give this product, then it will mean much to my customers and they will be ready to pay. You might be wrong, because your customers will say that, oh, we don't think that is that much important, we don't feel if you have been seeing this Shark Tank. Once I had seen one product there, the surfboard, you know those surfboards, right? So that's a surfboard which will fit inside a locker. That was the product. Now, I started wondering who will pay for such thing. I mean, surfboard which fits in the locker. Is it that important? So you may come across some such products and you will wonder whether customer will really pay or anyone will really pay for such products. So you have to ask your customers and ask them right questions. And then depending on what they say, you have to finalize your value proposition. I'll just show you something over here. The questions you should ask to yourself, of course, and your prospective customers. What things? Customer jobs. That means what are the activities which are performed by a customer? Customer jobs. What is that you do? And suppose somebody says, I go out and I do a lot of grocery shopping. Then ask the next question, customer pains. What is that which is very annoying to you about doing that? First of all, going out. Then doing actual shopping, because the store is too big. I have to go and look for things. They're scattered everywhere in 2-3. The shop is 2-3 floors, and I have to go every floor and pick up things, different things, and it's very crowded. Third thing is I have to wait in the checkout line. It's too big, and I get bored and tired doing that. That is customer pain. Then you have to think, ask customer, okay, if I give you a facility, if I come, I'll provide you some service that you buy it from your home, from your mobile, and somebody will come and deliver to you. Would you be happy? They'll say, oh wow, are you really going to do it? Please do it. It will be a great thing for me. That is how you know your customer. So first thing is you have to observe your customer and find out what all activities they do. They go to their workplace, but now the trains are not working unless you have 2 vaccinations or something. And then they have to travel in a bus. The bus also take limited number of people. You have to wait. If you book the cabs and taxis, they charge higher rates during the peak hours, which is actually my travel time, office travel time. So what is the pain here? I have to spend more. I have to wait long time to get to my workplace, and I don't get the entire work done because again I have to think about traveling again back to home evening time. So some of the work I leave halfway so that I come at home on time. Customer pain. What could be the customer gain? Suppose I provide you with a platform in which you can sit at your home and take meetings online, and you don't have to pay much, or your office will pay for it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to step outside at all. Oh wow, is it really possible? Can you do it for me? Yes. So what are the questions you should ask your customers? These are the questions. Ask what they do. Ask what is that is annoying to them. Here you can ponder further, you can probe them further. What is that they are losing? They are losing time. They are losing money. They are going through very bad experience. And then you can relate it. Okay, if money is they are worried about, can you reduce the cost? If time they are worried about, can you reduce the time? The user experience, are they having bad feelings about themselves, getting tired, feeling useless, getting frustrated? Can you improve that experience some way? Maybe you can provide them with a transport which is very nice and comfortable, right? That also could be a solution to this problem. Not only online conferencing, video conferencing, a good ride which is cheaper, which is comfortable, could also be a solution to this answer, right? So these are the questions. Maybe I'll share you the list of questions, the actual questions. I have the list of actual questions, but I did not include it into this presentation because already we are 2 hours. But otherwise that will go on and on. And I do understand that you might have planned something else for the weekend also. So I will not discuss all those questions in detail, but I will share those detailed questions with you. But here, one thing you must remember is when you talk about value proposition, forming your value proposition, that final section, the middle most important section of your business model canvas, uh, for that you will have to ask a few questions. And the questions are revolving around customer jobs, customer pains, and customer gains.